Hey everybody, it's Nathan Jones, and I got a guest with me today, Stephen Spates.
Hello everyone.
Dr. Stephen Spates. You may have heard this guy's lovely voice on one of our podcasts, if you actually check out my podcast, because I know a lot of people don't. But he was one of the guests on the podcast. He's a big movie aficionado. He loves movies as well. But here, today, what are we going to be talking about?
We're talking about the Oscars.
Man, I'm excited for this. Over the last 2 years, I've been really excited about the Oscars. I don't know why I haven't in the past, but I am now.
Same here. I'm looking forward to it. There have been a lot of great films, so it looks like we're going to have quite a competition.
It's going to be insane, especially with the Best Pictures. I know it used to be 5 or 6. That was 5-6 years ago.
About. Mm-hmm.
And then they changed that and they opened it up to 8 or 9 or something like that. And that's literally what's going on this year with the Best Picture. And I'm like, who's going to win? What's going to win? Who's going to win Best Picture? Some of them are pretty obvious on some who's going to win something like the Pixar, Disney category, which we'll talk about. Yeah. But today we're gonna go through each of the categories. We're going to go from descending order from writing all the way up to best actors, actresses, and the film itself. And I think we're going to do what we think and also what we think the Oscars are going to think.
Yes.
And so we're just going to go back and forth pretty much there. And so let's begin with writing. Who do you... Let's talk about writing original screenplay. Who do you think is going to win?
This time I'm going with Get Out. I think that it was a great job. It's been up for a few awards, but it's been passed over at a few. I think the Oscars may be this chance.
For sure. And actually, that's actually my Academy pick, which we'll all talk about in a second. But my pick is actually The Big Sick. Now, Get Out is a fantastic movie, and I actually really love it. And actually, that's the two I actually had the kind of crossover between.
Yes.
I want it to be The Big Sick, personally, only because haven't seen a kind of a rom-com / Have you seen The Big Sick?
I haven't seen The Big Sick
Okay,
yet.
yeah, you need to see it.
I hear good things.
It's actually that man's actual life story between him and his girlfriend. It's so heartfelt, and it's one of those things where oh my God, that actually just happened. That actually happened in his life. But on top of Get Out, which leads me to what I think the Academy is going to pick, is Get Out. What do you think the Academy is going to pick?
I think the same thing. The Academy is going to go with Get Out. I didn't think it was going to win in the other categories for other award shows. I think that this might be the moment.
For Jordan Peele?
Yes.
He's definitely going to win this screenplay, I think. So I think Oscar-wise, I want Big Sick to win, but I'm pretty sure Get Out will win. And Get Out was my second choice, so I'm pretty thrilled with that. So, yeah. All right, let's move on from there to writing adapted screenplay. And do you want to start off with who you think is going to win that one?
I think that there's a chance in this case. I know it seems a little bit off balance, but we might see a win from The Disaster Artist.
That's actually one of the ones that I said.
At least I'm hoping that one wins.
It's kind of crazy because it was a book, of The Room, obviously, and James Franco and Dave Franco adapted this thing, or I guess the writers did. It's nuts how this movie is. But the other movie that I thought could potentially fight that one is Call Me By Your Name, which you haven't seen yet, right?
I haven't seen that, but I know that it is adapted from a book. I'm not sure how things will play out. I mean, I hear good things. They had a lot of buzz. Won in another category previously at another award show.
Oh, yeah. Did they win the Globes?
I think it was at the Globes, but I think it was in supporting actor, I believe.
Yeah, well, it's a great film. I've actually seen it twice because I love it so much. I actually think we'll get to how much I love Call Me By Your Name later on, but I honestly think that it's between Disaster Artist and Call Me By Your Name. I actually think, though, that Call Me By Your Name might win from the Academy. What do you think?
I think that might actually win. Yeah,
we want the Disaster Artist to win. It's just a fun movie. Despite even all of the stuff that James Franco is fighting against right now, it's about the film itself and how it's adapted. It has nothing to do with him, particularly. So, all right, let's move on to, I guess, visuals. And there's one that I want to win here. and that's War for the Planet of the Apes.
That's my pick. I think as well. I think I really love the movie. I thought it was great. I thought the visuals were great as well, and it really is a contender. But I do think it will be overtaken by another pick.
What's the other pick?
I'm going to go with Shape of Water on that one.
Oh, really?
It's been talked about a lot. Lots of buzz going about the designs and things that have happened in the movie. So even though it's not my favorite, I think it may actually have a pretty big chance.
I can see where Shape of Water, because I know it cleaned house pretty much in the Golden Globes.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually think that Blade Runner might have this for visuals.
Wow.
Because did you watch it?
I didn't see Blade Runner.
Well, Blade Runner is one of the most gorgeous movies I've seen all year, especially cinematography, which we'll get to. But I honestly think it's between those three things. So I think it's Reward of the Planet of the Apes, which is the only thing that it's actually nominated for, which is why I'm hoping it will win. And then Shape of Water, which is the obvious choice to pick, in my opinion. And then I think Blade Runner should also potentially be in that running, but in that runner. Did it? You want to move on?
Yeah, let's go to that next one.
All right, let's go to sound mixing. Now we're going to go to the sound mixing and editing, which I always confuse because last year I actually switched them, and it really kind of pissed me off. I switched Arrival, I think, and what other movie I switched them. I'm like, I think it's going to win for this one, and then it won the opposite. I'm like, damn it, I switched it. So what do you think for mixing?
I think there might be a chance on Baby Driver for this one. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure how much of a chance it has. It hasn't gotten too much buzz. It's only picked up just a little bit. But I think if there's a moment, it might be a mixing.
I mean, that movie's all around music. I mean, that's more or less what it's about. But I think Baby Driver might be more of an edited, more than a mixing.
I can see that.
So I actually think Blade Runner actually would win this one because of just how bombastic and like mixed the sound is, and that's literally what I'm gonna pick. I think Blade Runner and also the Academy might pick Blade Runner, but I don't know. So what do you think the Academy will pick?
I think Academy might go with Blade Runner as well, but I think Shape of Water also again has a chance to kind of rack up in these categories. I think there's just been a lot of praise that has gone to this movie, especially for things like this. So we'll see. And
also Star Wars is in this, but I mean, yeah, they never win anything. It really is true. It's true. If you get a big Hollywood movie around Christmas, you probably won't win.
Right.
But anyway, I digress. Let's go to, I guess, editing next, which we kind of talked about. What do you think?
I actually think that there may be a chance for Dunkirk.
That's the same thing I was thinking.
I think it may have a chance in this category as well.
That was both my pick, and I actually think that the Academy will pick that one. Because Dunkirk's not really nominated for much. I know it's nominated for Best Picture, which I don't think it has a chance, honestly. But it was really well done, especially the sound. Holy crap! Like, did you watch it in IMAX?
I didn't watch it in IMAX, but
blows your mind. So if any category it wins, it's sound. It's definitely sound editing. So,
and I think it's one of those movies where this year it's only in a few, but it's sometimes you get a movie where the few that it was in were the right ones.
Yeah, exactly.
And they end up winning. So.
Yeah. Except for Suicide Squad, which for some frickin' reason it won Best Costume, which I always point out when I go Blu-ray shopping with my friends. I'm always like, hey, look, it's Oscar-nominated Suicide Squad. Oh no, Oscar winner. I hate that. I have to say that. It was nominated and it won. Oh, damn. It beat Star Trek Beyond, which is beyond me, because Star Trek is great. It's much better. All right, let's move on to Short Film Live, which I have no clue.
I have no idea. I did not see the contenders here. I'm not sure who will win. But hats off to whoever the winner is night. Congratulations.
We don't have our hats.
Apparently you've earned it. So I
have a question mark for my pick. And I just kind of gag gift it. And I said, the Academy will pick my nephew Emmett. That's just the one I felt. I looked at in the stars with my astronomy. Astrology. That's the one. I always get those confused. One's real and one's not. I looked up in the stars and I'm like, Emmett. That's the one it wins. Let's move on to Short Film Animated, which is another category of blank for me.
Yeah, I have just random picks here. No rhyme or reason. Haven't seen.
What do you pick for this one?
Let's go with Garden Party.
I picked Lou. I just like that name. It's so like it's basic. It's so stupid. It's like Lou. I mean, I don't know nothing about it. By the way, anyone who's seen Lou, I'm not trying to make fun of it. I'm just like it's Lou. Like that's the name.
Just nothing to offer here. Yeah.
It's like you could have named your thing Carl. But I think the Academy, because we don't know anything about this, will pick Dear Basketball. I don't know. Maybe Negative Space. I don't know.
Could be.
Could be any of these ones. Let's just move on.
Lots of competition here.
Let's move on from the stuff we actually kind of know to production design. Now, I think I know what the Academy will pick here. We've already been talking about it a lot. Shape of Water.
Shape of Water.
It's going to pick this one.
It's the contender. It's actually my pick, too. I doubled it. I really do think that this is, again, where they're going to shine. I don't think that they'll win in the roles or director like they did at the Globes, but we'll see.
I keep picking Blade Runner over because I love it so much. And when it comes to I don't think it. Okay, this is more of a I know it probably won't win, but it's something I wanted to win. I want Blade Runner to win for this category. Now we haven't got to the category which I think Blade Runner deserves, which we'll get to soon. Okay. Cinematography.
Oh, okay.
We'll get to that.
All right.
So let's go to music original song, I suppose, which I've only seen a couple of these movies actually. Did you watch Coco or Greatest Showman or Ferdinand or any of those?
I haven't seen Greatest Showman yet, but I do think I did. It is my pick. I've seen Coco, and I think it's a contender. But I think Greatest Showman, this may be the moment.
Yeah, I actually think since I know Golden Globes picked it, that is what I think the Academy will pick. Mm-hmm. And I've seen Greatest Showman, and I've seen Coco both. But I think personally, I like Remember Me more from Coco. That movie made me cry. Stupid Disney Pixar making you cry.
And I would not be upset if Coco wins.
I won't be upset if either of them win, honestly. But, So, yeah, just on songs, that's where we're going to go.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to a much better category, in my opinion, the musical score. Which, how many of these movies have you seen?
2.
You've seen 2 of the movies on?
2.
The Star Wars?
Star Wars and Dunkirk.
Which are both good movies, but I don't know if it's actually going to win.
I don't think they may have a chance in this category.
John Williams always wins. So I actually don't think he's going to get this. I actually think The Shape of Water will be chosen. But I personally think Phantom Thread is the best score out of all of those scores. I know... Oh, I love that movie.
Awesome.
All right, we're moving to another category we don't know about.
We are at foreign language film, so yes.
We're at foreign language, which I think I'm going to do a stab in the dark again. What do you think? What do you think is going to win? What do you want to win first?
The insult sounds like it was pretty good.
Yeah, I actually think Loveless. But what do we think the Academy will pick?
I think the Academy may go with On Body and Soul.
We have an opposite here, too. I picked A Fantastic Woman, which I actually have seen the trailer for. I've seen the trailer for The Square and A Fantastic Woman, but I digress. We don't get foreign languages movies here. I mean, we get them later. I mean,
after the fact. Whoever wins will be the next one.
That'll be the one that's available on Blu-ray. You will only get one. So, let's move on to something we actually know. Film editing. This one's hard.
My pick is going to be I, Tonya on this one.
Oh.
Only because I really enjoyed the movie. I thought that it did a good job of telling the story and putting it together. There may be more added to it. I want to see what happens when they release it on video.
Oh, yeah, get the bonus. Yeah,
some of those
special features are.
But well done. I'm not sure if the Academy will go with this one. I think they may actually win in roles more so than putting the.
That makes sense. My pick is actually Baby Driver for this one.
Oh, nice.
I actually think that Edgar Wright for the editing of this film was just phenomenal. But what do you think the Academy's going to pick?
I think the Academy may go with. I think Dunkirk has a good chance actually in this category.
I agree. That's the one I picked as well for the Academy. I think they might go with the safe choice of. When I say safe choice, it's a great film. Don't get me wrong, but the editing is very top notch. Mm-hmm. So I would say that that's the one that they know more of. So you'd want I, Tonya, and I'd want Baby Driver. But We're going to get Dunkirk. Now we're going to move to another 2 categories that we don't know much about. Documentary short subject. What do you have here?
I'm going to randomly select knife skills.
You know, that's the one I picked as well. But I think the Academy will pick heroin.
Yes.
With an E. It's got an E in there. Yeah. And let's move from there to another category that we know very well. What do you think?
Better and better.
It just gets better and better every time.
Let's go with that. Last Men in Aleppo.
What is Aleppo? That's a Gary Johnson joke. If you remember the election cycle 2 years ago. That was the one I think the Academy will pick. But I picked Icarus. What do you think the Academy will pick?
I think that they may pick both of them. No, I think that they may go with, let's see, Strong Island may have quite the chance this year.
Interesting to add an adjective to a place like that.
Yes.
You ever been to Strong Island? Oh, I'm a citizen. Let's get to another thing that actually I think we might know a little bit more about. Just a little bit. Now, let's move from that one to costume design. We'll get to that soon.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah. Costume design. What do you think for...
Shape of Water, once again, is going to be praised no matter what in this category. I really feel like the same trend that happened at the Globes is going to happen here at the Oscars with this film. I
think they're going to win, but I'm going to be mad because I want Phantom Thread to win on this one.
That's right.
Because Phantom Thread is all about costumes. Come on. The whole movie is literally, he is a fashion designer. He designs clothes. And so that's the one I think deserves it, personally. And I love Del Toro and I love everything he does. I mean, I have Pan's Labyrinth poster over there. I freaking love Del Toro. But if it's like this is tailor, if you will, it's tailor made. It's tailor made for this category. And I might be a little. I have preferences. I like Phantom Thread a little bit more than Shape of Water, just personally. But I'm pretty sure Shape of Water has this.
I really believe it is.
Yeah. All right, animated feature, the most obvious one of the night. I wonder who's gonna win. Coco.
Yes. It's the obvious choice. Nothing else really had a chance. I was surprised at some of the things that even got nominated. So.
Boss Baby.
I mean, yes, it was a movie. It happened came out. It was pretty good,
yes,
but Oscar.
It was a movie. And I were talking about Suicide Squad. It's like, it's Oscar. It has an Oscar. Well, Oscar nominated movie Boss Baby. I swear. Man, if it wins, I'm gonna become a baby myself and poop my pants. Coco has this. Although I actually thought back in the Golden Globes that I thought Loving Vincent would actually win because it's more of an artistic kind of choice. I know that the Oscars always picks the bigger. So like this, I remember the stats for like last year when it was like what was it, Moana?
I think it was Moana.
Yeah.
Maybe Zootopia, I think, was in there.
Yeah, but like almost every single time, it's like if you look at the stats of it, it's like 100%, like to 0. Like, what are the odds? 100% it's gonna win almost every time. So it's insane. So let's move to. You want to go to actress? Let's go to actress supporting. Supporting actress, which I think I might know who your pick might be. Use your pick.
I'm going with Tonya on this one. Allison Janney, who is fantastic, so funny, and in this role absolutely nails it. One of the joys is actually if you watch the film and you go to the credits, you get to see some real footage, and then if you liken that to the role, she nailed it.
Oh, yeah.
So I am hoping for this win, and I think she may pull it off.
So you think the Oscars going to pick that?
I think the Oscars may also go with Allison Janney.
Now I'm a different category. Do you know where it is?
I know where you're going.
Laurie Metcalf, Lady Bird. We actually talked about this. Both Lady Bird and Tonya are about a mother-daughter relationship and how terrible the mothers are. And now Tonya, Allison Janney took the more comedic kind of like asshole-ish route, whereas Lady Bird kind of was the more sincere asshole. And when I say sincere, I mean like I would rather have Allison Janney as a mother than Laurie Metcalf. Like, that's, like, because at least it's like she's showing herself. She's like, it's better to be truthful than to be like, it's like, do you actually love me? It's like, well, I like you. Like, that's literally what Laurie Metcalf is the whole time. I'm like, oh my god, this mother is awful. It's like, you know, she doesn't care about her dreams or anything. I mean, have you seen Lady Bird?
I've seen Lady Bird, not all of it.
Not all of it?
So.
But yeah, I mean, I would love, because I know Allison Janney won for the Golden Globes, and so I think it's between them. It really is just between them. But I think Laurie Metcalf has this one. So we'll agree to disagree, gentlemen.
Yes.
Now you want to go to actor supporting?
Actor supporting.
Yeah, let's go to supporting actor.
Oh, we gotta skip that. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get to the big roles.
And then we'll go to this one.
So for supporting actor, I really want William Dafoe to win because I loved the Florida Project. This is my own personal pick. I know he's not going to win. This is the only thing that Florida Project is put up for, but this movie was really original. It was out of left field. Sean Baker made this really beautiful movie, but also very sad film. It hit me in the gut when I watched it. And William Dafoe he is the one who kind of reined all the other actresses who, this is like their first time they ever did, you know, acting. And it was just wonderful. But I want to hear who you think is going to win this one.
Okay, so I recently saw 3 Billboards.
Oh, yeah.
Got a chance to check it out. I would like to, just as a recent viewer of the movie, would like to see Woody Harrelson take this. However, I think that, much like the Globes, it's going to be passed on, and Sam Rockwell will take it home.
That's literally, that was who I picked for the Oscars. I mean, I think Sam Rockwell's got this, and both Woody Harrelson and Sam Rockwell did so good in this movie. It was I love that movie so much, and we'll get to that movie in a little bit.
Absolutely.
But the thing about Martin McDonagh, and if you can see, I have in Bruges over there. That's the guy who did 3 Billboards. He humanizes every character. You can hate and love all of his characters all at the same time. And that's something I love about him. He just shows a human approach to things, and you can be like, man, I hate this character the whole time, and then then they redeem themselves. I'm like, damn it, like, yeah, that's literally what I think those are. So you want Woody Harrelson, I want William Dafoe, but Sam Rockwell's going to win.
Yes.
All right, let's go back to actress leading role. This one's going to be hard. I think it's between 2 people. And we actually just talked about 3 Billboards and Lady Bird, both.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So who do you think?
Okay, so again, after recently seeing 3 Billboards, I would love to see Frances McDormand take it. However, I would equally like to see Margot Robbie take it for I, Tonya.
Okay.
She's just done so many fantastic roles in the last few years. She's going up, up, up. Maybe this isn't her year, though, so I don't think that's how it will play out. Even though I have not completely finished it, I think, along with the praise that it's gotten since being released, I think Lady Bird.
Yeah, Saoirse Ronan. I think that's actually what they're going to pick. But I want Frances McDormand to win.
Yes.
Myself, because, yeah, I mean, she did fantastic. I mean, I haven't seen her do something since, like, Burn After Reading, and then also, like, Fargo. Like, so good. Like, she's an underrated actress. I mean, you don't hear about her enough. I mean, I guess she doesn't do enough roles.
But everything that she does, I think what the entire cast, what made 3 Billboards work, was that they all committed to that movie.
Yes.
It was great.
It was well done. And, yeah, I, Tonya, and Margot Robbie did a phenomenal job of playing this hateable character, right? Just in general, but like you kind of are sympathetic about the whole thing, you
absolutely.
know. So I guess let's move on to actor, which is actually harder for me to pick between. To me, it's 3 different people, but I think I know the. I'll just say the Oscar is going to go to Gary Oldman because he did such a fantastic job. But I think personally, I feel 2 other people are potentially in line to fight him. And for me, those 2 people are Daniel Day-Lewis. It's his last movie. I put air quotes on because I don't know if that's actually true. So they might feel bad. I don't feel bad. But maybe like, you know, kind of an homage to his career. Because I know Oscars sometimes be like, you know, Leonardo DiCaprio is like, hey, we're not going to give you an Oscar for years and years and years to come, but then you'll get it for The Revenant. Which, The Revenant was really good, but like, I feel like that's what Daniel Day-Lewis might be getting here. Mm-hmm. Or Timothée Chalamet, who is from Call Me By Your Name, which I know you haven't seen, but if anyone out there knows what I'm talking about, you know Timothy stole the show in this movie, and it's such a sad movie, but I want to hear your thoughts on what you think.
This is what I'm hoping will happen. So, of course, I am on the line for a big surprise to happen. I think no matter what, we're going to see a surprise in this category. I personally want that surprise to be Daniel Kaluuya winning for Get Out. I'm rooting for that moment. I think that this may happen. It has not happened in the past at all the other award shows, and I think it may be leading up to this moment. However, I don't know how sure I am about that.
Yeah.
It's just a personal preference. But I think what may happen, we may see, again, either Timothy win, who was also passed over in the awards in the past.
Yeah.
We may see a surprise, but I don't think it's going to go to Daniel Day-Lewis, and I also don't think it'll go to Denzel Washington for Roman Esquire. Although it was a great movie, but I don't think that this will be his moment.
Yeah.
We won't see a repeat as we did with Fences.
I think it'll be Gary.
Gary Oldman. Okay.
It'll be Gary. Which, if you haven't seen Darkest Hour, you should. It's a really, really well done movie, and Gary Oldman kind of scared me as Winston Churchill. He was really, really good. But it feels like it's, that's the Oscar movie. It's hard to pick which one I want to win, because Daniel Kaluuya did such a great job, and it astounds me how many British actors can act American, and how many Australian actors can act American. I mean, look at Hugh Jackman. It's like, what? And then you see Daniel Kaluuya just. It's like, yeah, I'm talking American. I'm like, wait, what? How can you? You're British. It's like, But yeah, it was. I don't know. This one's a hard one, but I think the Academy's going to pick Gary Oldman. So we'll see. We're all going to be shocked, I'm sure. All right, cinematography. What do you think is going to win?
Okay, so we have some good choices here. I would like to see Mudbound win. It's not going to happen. So my primary, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it a lot. Go see it if you have not seen it. Mudbound. I think it's available too.
On like Prime or something?
Yeah, on streaming on Netflix.
Oh, okay, cool.
So if you want to check that out, go ahead and do it if you have the account. Shape of Water is my pick for this category. I think it's going to be, again, one of the strong contenders. It's received so much praise that it has to rack up at least 3 or 4 before the night's over. This will be one of the categories.
All right, this is the category I feel most insulted by. And when I say insulted by, I mean, like, if Shape of Water wins this one, I will be very upset. Only because Shape of Water wins a lot of them, right? But for sheer cinematography, no one is better than Roger Deakins. And in my opinion, he has been snubbed. He has been nominated so many times, and he has not won a single one. And so Blade Runner 2049 is going to win this one, because Roger Deakins is an amazing cinematographer. No Country for Old Men, Assassination of Jesse James by the Coward Robert Ford, Sicario, Arrival, Fargo. This guy has just a whole slew of movies. That's just 5 of the movies I just listed. That's just 5. Prisoners.
I completely agree. I would be very happy to see him win in this category. I just feel like with Shape of Water, it's one of those movies where all of the committees have bought into the hype. Yeah. They're completely on board, and for that reason, it's going to rack up similar to award shows in the past.
I feel like I've been hating on Shape of Water this whole time. I'm not. I love the movie. Just not as much as other movies. I'd like to point that out. All the movies that we're talking about are pretty damn good.
Great movies this year.
Yeah, so that's why it's so hard, honestly. You want to get to directing now?
Oh, let's go to director. Absolutely.
We're going to talk about Shape of Water again.
Well,
go on, Stephen.
Shape of Water, once again, is going to receive a lot of buzz, a lot of praise. I think it may actually win.
Del Toro.
Again, he has, and he's done great work. Again, we're not hating on Shape of Water, but the committees have bought into the hype, so it will walk away with several. I personally would like to see this be Jordan Peele's moment and go ahead and take it for Get Out. I think it's well deserved. Did a great job. This is also a debut. So for a debut to be at at this level of greatness, I think it's well earned, well deserved.
I agree. Now, I personally want P.T. Anderson to win because I actually don't think he's won for Best Picture. I could be wrong. I actually can do the Google search right now. The Google, you know. Let me see. I have to figure this out because I'm pretty sure that he's won for There Will Be Blood. Oscar? Question mark? Was he, has he won Oscars? Has he won an Oscar before? Has he won an Oscar? Come on, help me out. We're killing time. La la la. It's his 8th nomination. I don't think he's ever won though, which is nuts.
So this could be his moment.
This could be his moment. But then again, I don't see enough buzz for Phantom Thread.
Exactly.
It's one of those movies that is certain individuals will watch it, like myself, and people who really love film. And P.T. Anderson's a filmmaker. When I say filmmaker, I mean he does not make it for mass audiences whatsoever. He's actually got really weird movies. Have you seen The Master?
I haven't seen The Master.
Have you seen There Will Be Blood?
I've seen There Will Be Blood.
Like, that's just probably the most accessible movie he's ever made. Like, Magnolia is a crazy movie. Boogie Nights is a crazy movie.
Yeah.
And just, like, that's... I mean, he's just a really strange director, but he really knows his actors. Daniel Day-Lewis. So you think Del Toro's going to get this?
I do. It is not necessarily the pick, but if he gets it, again, well deserved. Obviously,
agreed.
The movie was done well, but I would like to see a breakout moment this year.
Just mad Michael Shannon's not getting nominated. I love that man.
Yeah.
He's a crazy man. All right. Well, it's the moment you've all been waiting for, the best picture of the night. This one was very hard for me to do, and actually, I think it's between two movies for the Oscar for the. I would say it's for the Academy itself. It's between two things, and for me, it's 3 movies, and one of them is 3 Billboards. That was one of my favorite movies this year. I really loved it. There's so many to choose from. Let's list the ones that are available.
Okay, yeah, this is a long list. So we have the nominees are Call Me By Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Post, The Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Woof. Is that 10? That is 10 movies. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. Wow. You know how the Golden Globes kind of splits it between musical and comedy and then drama. That's kind of, I feel like they combine the two with these ones, right? I don't know. This one's going to be a hard one. What do you think? What's your personal pick?
I have 2 picks that I would like to see. 3 picks, but 2 picks.
Hey, you do your 3, I'll do my 3.
Okay.
Got it.
The 3 that I want to see out of this category will be either Get Out, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, or I, Tonya. Those are my
I,
personal
Tonya's not there.
Or, I'm sorry, not I, Tonya, or I think
he wants
Lady...
to write it.
I'm adding in. There will be Lady Bird. Will also be a big contender. I think it may actually happen, but those are the 3 that I will be the most happy about.
Yeah. And mine are also 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, also Lady Bird, but then my 3rd one is Call Me By Your Name. This movie it just hit me in all the right notes. But what do we think the Academy's going to pick?
I think the Academy is going to go with Lady Bird on this one.
So do I.
I think that they're going to... this will be the moment. It's gotten so much praise, starting out with Rotten Tomatoes, but then just all the way through award season, it has received a lot of praise. Not as much as some awards, but I think the Academy Awards will give it its just due.
And I think the one that will come in second is Shape of Water.
Yes.
So it's between those 2, but I think Lady Bird has it. And actually, my justification is, and it's very obvious, every year is a little bit of social and political influence here. And this would be the year that Lady Bird would have it, because we have all of these, unfortunately, all these accusations and things and misconduct happening. And I definitely think that Lady Bird deserves this movie. not just because of that. I'm not saying it because of that. I just know that, like, last year, Moonlight won because it was kind of a racially charged one, a little bit more, because I remember the Oscars before, they were just hounding on all the whitewashingness.
We had the Oscars So White trending during that 2 years ago, and then kind of the debacle of Moonlight winning.
Warren Beatty
having a bit of a mix-up there with the cars where
Steve Harvey.
A Steve Harvey moment at the Oscars last year where we had La La Land allegedly winning, but actually Moonlight winning. So whoever wins this year, I just hope they are the winner and actually get to have their full moment.
Yeah, not a trick. It's like, hey, by the way, it's actually this one. Like, that'll be a snub. It'll be. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of controversy. I honestly feel like there's a little bit of a, like, they may have done that on purpose. Just maybe, but I don't know. Anything can happen. So, any final thoughts on any of these?
This is going to be a big night. This has been a great year for films. So everyone just tune in. You never know what's going to happen. Hopefully we see some breakout moments and not just the same few movies winning over and over and over again. But I think we will see some shakeups this year.
I do too. I actually think, this is the 90th anniversary, which is insane because you know the movies have been around for actually over 100 years, but the Academy hasn't been around since then. And I just think that over the years in the history, you can see a trajectory, and you used to probably have safe bets a lot more, but like the more and more socially aware we are of things going on in the world today, I think it's getting harder and harder to really know what they're going to pick and what's gonna happen. But that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It means more people are watching. It means more people are paying attention. Obviously, it alienates a certain audience as well. Some people are always mad at how liberal Hollywood is, and I get that, but a movie is a movie, and you can get behind the message. You don't have to get behind the message. That's perfectly up to you. It's you're the viewer. Remember that. So. And
this is about the art, so a lot of stories are being told, and people do have a lot of messages that they want to put out there. Allow people to be able to tell their story, share their story, help others kind of realize what's going on in their own lives. So again, if you're like myself, you enjoy a lot of movies just for entertainment, but this is going to celebrate the art style and the art form as well too. So we may see some shakeups in who wins.
Yeah, I'm excited. All right, well, thank you so much for checking out our Oscar picks. What we think we're gonna win, what we want to win, what's actually going to win, probably. We'll keep a tally between us and see who wins.
Yeah.
Whoever wins gets some candy from your own jar. He's got a candy jar in his office. We'll do something, I'm sure. But thank you so much for checking this out. Thank you, Stephen, for joining.
Thank you.
This is my catchphrase here. Like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. I'm not jonesing around.